Hi all, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Let's start rebooting work using UiPath. In today's session, we want to discuss about LINQ. So you'll be wondering what actually this LINQ is, where it need to be used, right? So basically this LINQ will be a replacement for a for each. So in a for each, if you want to get a particular data, you have to loop through to each and every node and then find your exact node which you're looking for, right? So in a LINQ, where it will read the entire data and interpret and find a particular data which you're looking for, which means we no need of any for each. So using this language integrated query, we can get a particular data which you're looking for. This LINQ can be used in Excel, CSV, or a SQL database or an XML file. So wherever if you want to get a particular data in a clumsy data, you can use this LINQ to get your destinated data without using any for each concept. Let's take a quick example. So let me go to this particular input file. So here you can see around 10 data, right? So if you are going to use a for each concept in this particular spreadsheet, it will be easy for you. Okay, so let's assume, so if you have a record of 1 lakh, okay, so you want to find the particular employees who is in the Medicare. So it will be hard, right? So you want to just get the particular person who is working in the Medicare. It will be a difficult task. So since it is only 10 data, so it will be easy for you. So even though if you want to get this Medicare, the person who is working in this particular spreadsheet, so you have to loop through to entire 10 data. Then only you'll be able to find out so how many persons are working in this Medicare, right? So but using the LINQ, so it will not traverse to the each and every node. So it will directly go ahead and look for the entire spreadsheet and find out who is working in the Medicare. So in this way, basically this LINQ will work upon. So we can use a plenty of services here. So group by and then order by. So many queries which are going to use in SQL can be used in this LINQ. So we are kick start with our today's session with aggregate functions. So where you are going to perform the count, sum, average, min, and max. So these are the operations which are going to perform in our today's session. Without wasting more time, let me quickly jump back to the UiPath Studio and start our today's session. So let me go to the UiPath Studio. So here I have already read this input Excel which I have shown you. So this you are going to use small Excel scope and then you have to use a read range activity to read this particular data. So I hope you will be very familiar with this. And then so here we are going to perform all our LINQ operation in this particular sequence now. Okay. So I just made a output variable for this read range which is nothing but dt challenge. So let me minimize this. We are not going to use this up. We are going to work only in this particular sequence. So at first we are going to take the count function, right? So basically how we used to do, so we used to make a for each. After that we used to find the count. So in a legacy way, so how we used to do? So we used to make a for each. After that we used to call the data table, right? So after that, so what is our first condition? So how many employees working in the Medicare? To find this, we will be using a if condition also. So inside that, so we have to make a counter to find how many employees working in the Medicare, right? So these many steps we have to take care. So when you're going to use a for each approach, when you're going to use a LINQ approach, we don't need to do all these stuffs. So just simply we have to going to write your queries. Based upon the query, we are going to get the response. So let me remove all these stuffs. In very simple manner, let me drag and drop a right line. So you're just going to follow up on me with this query which I'm going to write for the first time. So it will be familiar as soon as I will just go to the next series in this LINQ. Let me try to open up this. So here dt challenge, so which is my data table. After that dot, so as enumerable. So you can see this payload, right, as enumerable, and then source as enumerable collection of data rows. So after this, so once I clicked on open parenthesis, close parenthesis, after dot, so I can see several functions, right? So you can use var function or you can use select function. So plenty of functions can be used over here. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about only aggregate functions. So let's take it the count first, okay? So inside this, you can see the payload, right? So these are the several payloads can be used upon. So when I just use this arrow function, you can see different kind of payloads. You can get this output as a boolean. So many operations can be done here. So based upon this, we can use multiple operations. So inside this, so you can use a function. So inside this function, So after that, so row under that, so make a space, row dot field, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. So you're going to call your data table, so which is of string, which is the data type, sorry. And then so the next thing, so for which particular field you are going to get the count. So you're going to get the count for this particular company name, right? So just copy this and then inside this open parenthesis, close parenthesis. So which particular field you are going to design the fields. So after that, so which particular company name which you are going to get the count. So for this, so we have to make a trim. After that equals, and then so you have to make your company name. So which you're looking for, which is nothing but MediCare. Just copy and paste over here. So till now, so this is an entire expression. So data table as enumerable, so which is called this particular data table values and store in as enumerable. So after that, so you can have multiples of operation where select count. So as aggregate function, so we have picked the count, and then function of row of the row of field. So of strings, which is nothing but the particular column name is string or number. So if I'm just going to take this particular field, I'll be using a of double. Since I was getting this particular field, which is a string, so I just mentioned as of string, and then particular column name. So dot trims equals, so which particular name I was just looking for. So here I want to just get the count of this Medicare, right? So that I just mentioned the column name as company name. So after that the value which I was looking for. So till this we have done, right? Perfect. So why we are getting error? So in right line, as we know that, so the data should be in a string format, right? So since we are going to get the count, so we just want to convert this as a to string. That's it. Perfect, right? Just click on OK. Let me try to rename this as count. Perfect. Let me save this and let me run this. So in this way, very easy, right? So we didn't made any for each or if condition. So nothing we have made. We just write our LINQ query to get the count. That's it. So let me wait for the output to get appeared over here. So let's get started. So we have got the count as 3, right? So let me just check over here. So 1, 2, and then 3. Cool, right? So we got this Medicare company 3 times in the spreadsheet, and then we got a desired output as well. Cool, right? So in this way we can able to get our output in a very easier way. So no need to approach the for each method. So let's assume, so if you have a 1 lakh record, so it will be traversing for 1 lakh records. After that it will give an output for you. So it's hard, right? So using this link it will be very easier. So let me try to get the sum. So let me drag and drop another right line. So here let me make a sum function, close bracket, perfect. So after that, so we're just going to call the same method. Okay, so let me try to call now. So don't worry, it will get practiced for you whenever keep on trying this up. So here data table dot as enumerable, and then open bracket, close bracket. So the next function which I'm going to call is sum, right? Sum, and then open bracket, close bracket, function. So I'm just going to call. So after that, and then row. So after that, row of dot field of. So here I am just going to compare my salary, right? So here you can see sum of the employee salary, right? So the salary is doubled, right? So it's not a string. So let me make it as of double. Perfect. So after that, what is the column name of the particular double? Salary, right? So double quotes and then salary. Sorry. So let me make the column name here. So after that, so nothing, right? So sum, the particular column name we have pointed. So we need an output now for this, right? So we are getting this error since it's a right line. So let me make the dot to string. That's it. Perfect, right? So sum of function row and row field of doubles, which is indicate this particular field. So this salary, it's a double. So after that, column name dot toString. So let me save this and run this now. So now we have to get the sum of the salary as well. So what are the salary which you are seeing here? We have to get the sum of the amount, right? So this is the sum of the amount. So let me wait for the output get done. So we got the amount, right? We got the sum of amount. Cool, right? So in Excel, so you will be able to get the sum. So let's assume, so if in a SQL database, so how do we get the sum? So using this LINQ query, you can easily get, right? So no need to traverse once again in a for each. So if you're going to get the min max salary in 1 lakh records, it will be hard. So let me use this min max also in here. So let me take average as last. So let me use the same query. So here instead of sum, I'll be just using the min. Okay. After that, let me try to copy and paste over here. And let me make it as max. Perfect. So these are the function names. So let me try to rename this up. So first one is min, right? Min and then max. Max. Perfect. Min, max, sum. So what actually it will give? So this will give an account of the particular company name which you're looking, and this will give the entire sum of employees and then minimum and then maximum. So in this way we can able to get so the entire salary of the employees and the company who they are working on. After that, the minimum amount of salary and then maximum amount of salary the employee which is getting. So all these things will happen in a fraction of second. So you don't need to check or interpret with each and every data. So using LINQ you can easily get all these data. So let me go to the output panel. So here 3 and then sum. So this is a minimum salary and this is a maximum salary. So the minimum salary is 17,000 and then maximum salary which I see here is 19,000. So which our output is perfect. For an average, so this is the same thing. So just copy and paste. Okay, and then so we can just make it as an average over here. So we can just make it as average over here. Perfect. So and then you have to change the function. So av, yeah, you can see here, right? Average. So this is the function for average. Just click on OK. So the last output will be average. So let me debug this. So let me wait for our bot to get started so that we will get all the output in a single shot. So let's assume, so if you are going to use this in a for each, so how much time it will take, right? So since it is only 10 data, so let's assume 1 lakh or 2 lakhs data, so it will ruin your entire day, right? So to get the output which you are looking. So how the LINQ works? So the LINQ is easily getting the data which you are looking for. So you can see the average amount here. So this will be the average of your salary. This pretty much cool, right? So it's easily getting all the stuffs in a fraction of a second. So no need to interpret each and every data, no need to use any for each. So like this, you can use this link in a multiple ways, so where it will be fit in. So it's you can, as I said earlier, so you can use an SQL, CSV file, Excel file. So many places where you can use. Even if you want to check how many folders are there in a folder structure, so each and everything can be used in a link query. So in our upcoming sessions, I will be just teaching the group by and all the functions which can be accommodated in a link queue. I hope this video will be helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. Have a good day.